Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to talk about my Trangia pot stand. Yes, it makes a simple Trangia burner much lighter. Stay tuned. Okay, so if you're interested in making this Trangia pot stand, it's nice and simple. It's nothing new. There's been loads around on the market for many years, but I just started by designing a simple drawing. So I've used LibreCAD for this, and it's nice and easy. It's a 2D CAD design software for Linux, and I've used Linux for many years, so it is the main reason that I decided to go down the route of that software. I started by transferring this drawing onto a sheet of paper, and then I just cut the sheet of paper out as a template. This made it nice and easy to put onto the metal that I was going to use, which is a old Stanley pot that I had lying around for many years. It's seen a lot of action over the fire, and it was just pretty much ready for a new lease of life. So I put the template onto the pot, and I made some guides of where I needed to cut. Then I took my Dremel multi-tool with a steel cutting disc in place, and I just cut out the blanks in a very rough shape to start off with. Once I'd finished cutting out my blanks, I then had to flatten them out because it had a very slight curve on it, because obviously it did used to be a pot. So I flattened them out the best I could, which wasn't easy, but I managed to make the best of it I could. Then I took my Dremel again and I started to cut out the actual shapes. Now, a word of warning for this bit, it can snag the blade if you're not careful, and I was holding it just down with my fingers, which wasn't great, I'm not going to lie, but it did work. Later on you do see that I grabbed myself a pair of grips. That is to make it easier to hold, and also you will find out I did actually burn myself, because metal, when it's being cut, becomes very hot very quickly. Learn from my mistakes, safety first, wear gloves, use some kind of tools. I did have eye protection on for the entire duration of. Yes, Gav, you stick your thumb on a piece of metal that you've just cut, it becomes very hot. Then I had to cut the slot in the middle. Now this allows the two pieces to join together. So that's what the centre slot is for, so it sits flat and obviously makes a cross. Then the two pieces at either side that I was cutting out, that is to allow it to sit nicely over the Trangia. So obviously once I've worked out that it's actually going to fit together, it is a bit of a fiddle, but it does work. I then got my sanding block out and I started to take off the rough edges. Obviously when you cut any type of metal, whether it's with a saw, a grinding disc, cutters, whatever it may be, it's going to leave a slight jagged edge, and obviously that's going to cut you if you're not careful. So that is the reason I took off all the edges. I went all the way around the outside, across the top, took off the burrs, things like that. Not only did it make it look better, but it also made it much safer to use. After I've done that, we have to make sure it fits. So I slotted the two pieces together and voila. So obviously you've got to test these things. So get the old Trangia out, put it on a nice log and get some biomeths. You can use anything in Trangia. I use biomeths. You can use methylated spirits and various other different bits and pieces. Just put a nice amount in there, and then we get the old Trangia fired up. Now, it was a bit windy on the day that I recorded this, so it was a bit tricky when it come to sound and stuff like that, which is why I've actually ended up opting to record a voiceover, because it was far easier to do. And that is about it. If you like the idea, you like what you see, please hit that like and subscribe button. Maybe leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Other than that, be good out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.